Welcome back, guys. We are at day number 5 of 12 for Corsair Leader, the long campaign, early half 1942. And the last mission was pretty much a disaster, a false hit confirmation, and 0 victory points scored due to rules violations. So if you're interested in the details, go back and check out the end of that if you didn't catch it. So bottom line is disaster, 2 missions in a row. Got a lot of stressed out pilots. I did draw target cards again, and I drew the Santa Isabel airstrip and the battleship. So the battleship to me was completely out of the question at this point because of the damage, the stress factor, the weight factor, the amount of defenses, and you could take 11 aircraft on that mission. And like I said, most of my guys are stressed out now. So we're got to go after the airstrip again. This time the Major's flying on his 3rd mission. He's at 4 stress. I got First Lieutenant Edson at 0, Second Lieutenant Smith at 0, Danny Boy and Lucky 25, both my B-25s. This is Lucky 25's first mission. Danny Boy will have 2 1,000-pound bombs, and Lucky 25 will have 3 500-pound bombs. That is going to take me down to 48 ordnance points remaining. And I am still in the dismal range of campaign performance here. So let's go ahead and get this started. I'm going to draw a pre-event card real quick. And that's going to be enemy pilot. So on the Ingress, skilled enemy pilot, draw 1 bandit counter for each area. So the first one, it's going to be a KI-41. And the target area is going to be a 0, average. And the approach area is going to be a no bandit. And the pre-approach area is going to be another 0, average experience. So that takes care of that. We're going to go ahead and deploy. And we're going to deploy in the approach area because there are no sights in the pre-approach area. As far as my understanding of the rules are, is you can only skip that as long as there's no sights specifically in the pre-approach area. So and it doesn't matter because that 0 is gonna try and chase me down regardless. So okay, now we can draw the bandit adjustment card, and we're gonna draw 1 less bandit counter for the target area during the determined bandit's presence step. So they will only draw 1 bandit for the target area. But really, they got an airstrip there too, so. Okay, sites present, withdraw areas first. Site is going to be a small arms. And the bandit is going to be another 0, average experience. The target area is going to get 3 sites. And we are going to draw a 20 millimeter and a LMG. And the dreaded 75. And then we're only going to draw 1 bandit for the target area. And that's a KI-61. And now we move on to the approach. So 2 sites for the approach, and that is going to be it. And horrible 75. And an LMG. So there you have it. This mission is on. And we can go ahead and advance that turn counter to the first turn. And it is the fast pilot's turn to act. But first we're going to draw a random bandit for that airstrip. And it's going to be an ace 0 -3 modifier. Just took off. Didn't the same thing happen at the carrier? Their ace pilots are always ready 24 hours a day. They eat a bowl of rice and then just wait for the siren. So anyway, we're going to fast pilot act. The only fast pilot I have out there is the Major. The Major has no bomb. he does have a +1 air to ground. That 75 has a -1. So we are going to, we're going to attack the LMG, and we're going to try and strafe it. So he has a 9 base with his modifier, +2 modifier. So he needs a 7 or more to hit that LMG. Let me roll 6, so that is not going to hit. And we're going to move on to their attack. So we'll do attack selection 1 through 5. And we can actually do 1 through 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Each of them is 2. That's going to be a 6, and that's going to be lucky 25. So the LMG is shooting at lucky 25. Anderson is going to attempt suppression on that. So he's going to once again get a +3 total modifier. So 7 or more. We roll a 10, so that will be suppressed. Lucky 25 is safe for now. But here's the big one. The 75 target selection. And it rolls a 7. That's going to be Smith. And do we have anybody with air to ground +1? We do not. So do we want to drop a bomb to attempt suppression? Or are we saving them for the airstrip? Because we do have another 75 in the target area as well, along with a 20. You know what? We're just going to roll with it. Smith's going to attempt evasion. So we're going to put 1 stress on Smith. And now here's the attack roll. And he can't go defensive. Or yes, he can. So that AA is going to have a -1 to their roll. Well, here we go. And we roll 7, which is a 6, which is a damaged. And he also rolled evasion, so here we go. It's going to be a 2, which is a stress. So we're going to take that 1 stress, and Smith gets out of that one lucky. So he now has 2 stress, and that does it for targets now. Friendly aircraft move, or no, slow attack. Let's see, Edson is going to try to strafe that, so he'll have 8 or more for the LMG. He rolls a 2, nothing. He would need a 10 because of his defensive stance, even with the modifier to hit the LMG. We'll do it anyway. He rolls a 6, no hit. So now friendly aircraft movement. We'll move these guys out of the way for a second. We'll take their counters off for the meantime, because the bandits have already had their attack turn. We move up into the target zone, and now it is bandit movement. And so that guy is going to move there. Let's get these guys organized here. Ace. So there you go on that end. And now it is going to be turn number 2. And we're going to draw a bandit for the airstrip. And it's going to be a no bandit. So another good draw there. And we can go ahead and do fast pilot action. And we're in a lot of trouble here. I think I moved that small arms down. The small arms should be back there. We are in a lot of trouble though. So let's Anderson's going to try and go after the 20mm AA. So he's going to go for it right now with a +1 modifier, air to ground. You know what? No, we're going to go after the LMG. So I give him a plus total of 3, so 7 or more. He's going to roll 2, which will miss. So that does it for fast action. And now it's the we'll handle the sight. So the AA target selection. It's going to be a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be Smith again. So Suppression, no, I think it would be wasted. Smith's going to go defensive. And he's going to evade. So that AA is going to get a -1 to its roll. And he's going to have to roll twice. Here we go. 6, which is going to be damaged. And a 4, which is going to be 1 stress. So he's now at 4 stress. He's still okay. He has a high stress factor of 6, so he's good to go still. And now the 25 millimeter. 25 millimeter is going to do target selection, and he is going to target Danny Boy. He can't go defensive. He can't evade. We've got to attempt suppression with Anderson. Anderson's going to suppress. And he's going to hit on a 10 and a 10 only. And he rolls a 2, so that's not going to be successful. Now we're going to roll damage, and it's only going to go down once. And he rolls a 10. Ugh. Danny Boy is going to get shot down again. He goes down in the target area. So Danny Boy has been shot down. The LMG is now targeting. It's going to be a 10, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's going to be Smith on a 5. And he has the -1 to their attack roll. So that does have a +2. Edson is going to attempt suppression. And he has a 0 modifier, but that LMG is a +2, so he'll need an 8 or more. And he rolls a 7, just missing. Smith is going to take 1 more stress. Just flip that over, flip one of those over too. And he is going to attempt evasion here. So 5, 9, and 10 are the... And there's a destruction, and the second roll for evasion is going to be a 1, which is a miss. We're going to take that miss there. The -1 would have made that a 9. It would have been damaged, not destroyed. But now it's the bandits' turn to attack, and they're going to start off up with the top row here. So we'll do the KI-43. Target selection is a 3. That's going to be Lucky 25. And Lucky 25 is going to take a shot back here. But first, we'll do it. So nobody can suppress. The bomber can suppress, but I need Lucky 25 if they survive to go into offense to drop those bombs. So no suppression, so there's going to be 1 damage roll. And all attack rolls made against that are going to be with a -1 on their roll. So that's going to be an 8, which is damaged. And they're going to lose their bomb counters. So loses the bombs, gets 2 stress. Danny Boy's been shot down. I think the only reason I won the first 2 missions is because I messed up on the rules in like 1 or 2, not a lot, but just 1 or 2 key spots. And I think that really shifted the tide of those missions in my favor. Otherwise, I don't think you would have seen those results in those 2 missions either. I think I would have gotten mopped up in hindsight, or 2020, if you would say. It's a very difficult game. There's not many options, not many armaments. The odds are really stacked against you, and that's what you got. So anyway, we're going to push forward here, try and at least make it off the map. And then, who knows if anybody survives, if we can still continue this campaign or not. So, Danny Boy has been damaged, and we got no bombs left. So now it's going to be that Zero's turn, and they're going to do target selection. And that's going to be Smith, who's going to get a -1 to his targeting roll. He's going to take one more stress for evasion. We'll just flip that. And -1 to the roll. 10, 9 would be destroyed. And 1 is going to be a miss. So they missed, obviously. The third 0, the veteran right here, they're going to do target selection and they're going to get a 5. That's going to be Smith again. Smith is going to take another stress. And for the evasion, and so he'll have a -1 to his roll. This ain't going to be good though right here. He's probably going to get something bad. -1 to the roll. 4 is a 3. That's going to be one more stress. And then a 10 -9 is going to be destroyed. So he's going to take one more stress. And I don't see any more 3 or 4. So we'll just put another 1 up there real quick. So that takes care of it. Now we got 2 more 0s to get through, and then we can move, hopefully. So we're going to move, we're going to attack with the bottom 0, target selection. And that's going to be lucky 25 here. So the bandit's going to attack. Can't really do nothing. 5 -1 is going to be a 4. That's going to be 1 stress. The reason the -1 is because any attack rolls on the B25s are going to suffer a -1 to attack. So anyway, the lucky 25 is going to attack back. He has a -1 to air, so he needs a 7 or more. He's going to roll 8, so we are going to take down that bandit. And now it's their last bandit's attack over there. And target selection. We're going to go after whoever this is underneath that suppression marker. And that's going to be Edson. So nobody suppressed, nobody do nothing. 1 point for evasion on Edson. So that bandit will roll twice. He's going to roll 1, which is a miss. We're going to take that, but a 7 would be a 6, a stress. So he's going to miss. So that takes care of all the attacks. Now it's slow pilot attack. Smith is going to attack this forward bandit right here with no modifier. He has a -1, so he's going to need an 8 or more to hit. Does he have any air-to-air? Yes, he has 1, so he'll need a 7 or more. And he rolls a 4. That's a miss. And you know what? We're just going to move. And that's going to be the end of that. We're going to take off the counters as we do. So we're up there. And now it is the enemy's movement turn. Their bandits are going to proceed to follow us. And yeah, it's not looking so bright here. We're going to go ahead and proceed with the mission turn. And they're going to draw another bandit over the target area. It's going to be another 0. And now we're going to do fast pilot action. We got Anderson. And Anderson's going to try and shoot at this may be a self-sacrifice. He may be a martyr here, but he's going offensive. He's going to try and take out that vet. So he has a +1. So it's going to be no modifier. Everything's going to even everything out. And it's going to be a 6 or more to shoot that guy down. Come on, Anderson. We're going to roll 1, so he's going to fail to do so. That was my only fast action, so we'll handle this sight first. Target selection, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way across up to 8. That's going to be Smith once more. They love him this game. And he's going to attempt suppression. First, should he suppress or go into defense? I think he's going to go into defensive stance because he's just been getting targeted. And I think that will make a better difference. And also Edson will attempt suppression on, no, he won't. We're going to save that. So, and he's going to add one more stress for evasion. So here we go. -1 to the roll. We roll 5. 5 is going to be a miss, so he gets through that one. We don't need to roll a second time for the evasion. And now we're going to target with that first bandit. Target selection is going to be Edson. And Edson is going to attempt suppression here. And he's going to get a +1 to that roll there. Plus his no modifier air to air. So he's going to need a 5 or more to hit. He's going to roll 8, so that will suppress. And he will not need to add stress for an evasion. And now it's the second bandit's turn. Target selection is going to be a 1, and that is also going to be Edson there. And he cannot suppress. Everybody else has a counter. So he's going to take the 1 stress for evasion, and now that 0 is going to attack. And that's going to be a 4, which will be 1 stress. And it's going to be a 2, which would be 1 stress. Can't get away from the stress, so we'll flip 1 to a 2. And now we are going number 3, the ace, target selection. And he's going to also target Edson. And Edson is once again going to take the stress for evasion. Nobody can suppress, so here goes the damage rolls. This ain't good. That's going to be a 2, which will be stress. And then we got a 5, which would be damage. So we're going to take the stress here. And now it is going to be the final bandit's attack. This is the last one we need to make it through. Attacking, or target selection is going to be 1. Also Edson, maybe he should have gone defensive. Edson is going to once again evade. So he's at 6 stress. Here we go. No modifier. That's going to be a 10. That equals destroyed. And that's going to be a 1, which is a miss. So we're going to take that miss, and that ends their attack. We go to slow pilot attack. I don't even want nothing to do with that. I'm just going to exit the tactical display there and be done with it. So we do have to roll search and rescue. Let me grab the chart, see if once again Danny Boy can be pulled from the sea here. So we're going to have search and rescue perform once for each pilot shot down during the mission. Subtract the weight point penalty of the target from the die roll. So that's a -1. Add 1 to this die roll for every weight point of air to ground you discarded. Now I'd have none, so just ignore that. And then add 2 to this die roll of shot down during the target bound, or add 1 of shot down during homebound. So we don't add 1 to either one of those because we weren't target bound and we weren't homebound. So we get a -1 to the roll, and that's the modifier because of the weight. So it's going to be a -1. And we're going to get a 4. A 4 is going to be captured and removed from the game. So Danny Boy wasn't so lucky this time. Danny Boy has been captured, and he's now a POW. So we really need to rethink the strategy here in this next game's coming up. Don't know how many more missions there'll be before the brass pulls the plug on this operation here. But we'll, you know, we're just the pilots. We got to wait for the decision to come down from command. So until then, we'll take it easy.